Hello everybody, and I'm really excited to welcome you to my Preparing for Successful Weight Loss programme. You have signed up to do my January 22 edition, which is called Preparing for a New You in 22 and Beyond, because we all know, don't we, that come January it's like, yeah, new year, new me and all of that. But the problem is that if we think like that, it tends to be only temporary. And I really, really want you to be thinking about this as something that you're going to be able to do for the long term. So without further ado, I'm going to just take you through a little bit of an introduction and overview of the programme, just so that you know what to expect and what it's all about. So, as explained here, it is a course to help you to piece together your own unique weight loss jigsaw puzzle and greatly enhance your chances of success in losing weight and keeping it off. Now, that's quite a statement there, isn't it, really? But what you have to remember is that obviously we are all very different. There is no one size fits all. And what needs to happen for all of us is to find that unique set of ingredients that we all need to actually be able to achieve success in the long run. And who am I to tell you this? Well, because I've done it myself, so I know that it works. So I'm going to take you through this and you will see what we're going to be covering. So here is the introduction and overview. So who is the course for and who is it not for? So it is for people who want to lose weight either now or at a point in the future, for example after pregnancy or perhaps illness, and perhaps struggle to keep going to reach their goal, or lose weight but then put it back on, which unfortunately is the case for many people. And when we start a new weight loss program, we'll start it feeling motivated, feeling with all good intentions, but unfortunately for many of us, we tend to keep repeating the same pattern because what we do doesn't last. So this course is to help you to overturn that pattern and find a new pattern, one that does last. But what it's not for is people with a history or a current diagnosis of eating disorders such as anorexia or bulimia, or any active mental health conditions that aren't currently under control, because you really won't be in the right place mentally to be able to focus properly on what you need to do. And obviously if there are any eating disorders, then this approach may not be quite right for you, and that you may need more specialist help than what's in the programme. But if that does apply to you and you are at all unsure, then do please contact me, because I can help you to get the right support. And what this course is and what it's not. So it is a course to help you to understand how to lose weight successfully and how to keep it off in a way that is right for you. And you will develop your own plan based on what you learn. And you will have the opportunity to work on exercises with others on the course if you wish. So that's not compulsory, but certainly if you do share your learning and get support from others, then it will definitely help you. And what this course is not is a quick fix. It will not tell you what to do. It will not give you a weight loss plan. It will not give you a nutrition plan or an exercise plan, and it is not group counselling. This is all about empowering you to find your own solution. So what you need to bring is an open mind, and be prepared to challenge your thinking about things you may have been told, or even things that you've experienced previously about weight loss, because there are a number of things that perhaps have become sort of stated as fact that actually are no longer proven to be really particularly effective, and I'm going to be covering some of those on the programme. So it will be important for you to just keep an open mind about some of those things. You will need to make a commitment to watching all of the videos and doing all of the homework if you want to get the best out of the programme. You will also need to make a commitment to working hard for the length of the programme and beyond, because there's no point in doing the programme if you don't intend to put everything into practice afterwards. And do bring a sense of humour. We want this programme to be enjoyable and not feel like it's really hard work and stressful. And if you do feel like that at all, then do please tell me. So then the next thing I just wanted to cover is about me and why you can trust me to help you. So you can read my story on my website, the link is there, but really just to say that for 25 years I was a yo-yo dieter. I started my first diet in my early teens and I carried on dieting up to my late 30s, and each time I did, I tended to get a little bit heavier than before. And obviously, we do hear about, diets don't work, so they make you put on more weight. And certainly that was what was happening for me. But that was because I wasn't learning how to manage myself. And once I did, I was able to actually reach my goal weight and keep the weight off. So I've now kept my weight off for 10 years. And now I help other people to keep their weight off too. So you can definitely trust that I know what I'm talking about. Plus I've also retrained and got lots of qualifications and experience of helping people managing their weight now. So I definitely do know what I'm talking about. And I hope that through this programme you will obviously feel the benefit of that. And obviously if after the programme you want to work with me some more, then obviously that's something that we can do as well. So just moving on. Just a little bit of virtual housekeeping, because obviously this is a digital online course. There is no requirement for you to turn up and participate live, but obviously if you do, you will get a little bit more out of it. And if you are intending to join live, do please arrive 5 minutes before the start, just so that we can start promptly. Or if you are running a little bit late, perhaps just send me a message so that I can look out for you and let you into the room. And do please mute your microphone once we get going, because we want to minimise any distractions. And the sessions are going to be recorded for those who can't make it live, and so that you can watch them back later. So do please consider this when thinking about how much to say about yourselves in the question and answer sessions. So the format I will cover in a moment, but just to be very clear, obviously, that what's said on the course and in the Facebook group stays on the course and in the group. So do please respect each other's confidentiality, and I know you will do that anyway. So the format of the sessions is that if you can arrive by 5 to 7, that would be absolutely fantastic on the Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I will start the main teaching session at 7 o'clock. And that will then run through till about 8 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, I will then open it up for any discussion or any questions that you might have, or any support that you might need. And we will wrap up by 8:30 at the latest. And do please keep a notepad and jot down any questions as you go through, because obviously I want to be able to just deliver the session without interruption, so that so you get the best out of it. But if you've got any questions as we go through, do take a note of them, and then when we get to the question and answer session, then obviously you can bring them up then and we can go through them. So obviously you don't want to forget what they were. And then just to move on, what I want to just share with you is my framework for success, which is something that I developed about 2 years ago based on all my learning and all my experience, and that I now basically take all my clients through in various stages and in various ways according to what's relevant to them. And you will have noticed that I have asked you all to fill out a evaluation form, a baseline assessment form for the programme, because what this does is it measures where you are against my programme, against my framework, so that you can then measure for yourself what progress you've made, and also to identify what are the areas that you need to work the most on. So I'm just going to take you through what that looks like. So as you can see, that I've designed this in terms of jigsaw puzzle pieces. So there are 4 jigsaw puzzle pieces I consider that are really vital, which are motivation and commitment, self-belief and confidence, ownership and responsibility, and knowledge, skills and tools. And the problem is that when it comes to weight loss or any other behaviour change, we've all got our own unique jigsaw puzzle, and it's how those pieces fit together and work together that counts. We need to know what pieces we already have and find the missing pieces so that we can complete the puzzle. And it's once we've got all of those pieces together and working together in harmony, that's when we actually find success. So the assessment that I've asked you to do is really to establish where you are at against this framework so that we can really identify where you need to put in the most effort. You'll need to work on all of the areas, but there are certain areas that you will need to work harder on than others. And then when you get to the end of the programme, we'll do the assessment again, and then you can see where you've improved and where you might still have some gaps that you might need to work further on. And of course, you know, the real work starts once you finish the programme, because it's then about putting everything into practice. But if you're fully aware of where your strengths and weaknesses are and where are the areas you need to work on, then you'll be far more likely to be successful. So that's what your baseline assessment will do, is to establish where you are now. Then what we're going to cover in each of the sessions, so sessions 1 and 2, which is Tuesday and Thursday in the first week, and we're going to be covering motivation and commitment and self-belief and confidence. So you can see we're going to be looking at, you know, what is it that you want? Why do you want it? How much do you want it? And then start to look at what might have been holding you back, and learn how you can use things like motivation, willpower and discipline. And then looking at self-belief and confidence, obviously it's so important that when we are trying to lose weight, that we've got a belief that we're going to do it. Otherwise we're never going to be putting in the right amount of effort. So this module will really help you to work on that. Then in sessions 3 and 4, we'll be looking at ownership and responsibility. This is so important that we take responsibility for our behaviour, because yes, whilst there are external factors that influence our behaviour, there is nothing and nobody that actually makes us put food in our mouths. We do that, we choose to do that. We are intelligent, rational human beings. Unfortunately, we don't always recognise that we are. So by enabling us to, take responsibility for our behaviour, we can then make the changes. All the time we're thinking we don't have any control, then we're unable to take that responsibility. So this module will really help you to get into that right mindset. And then learning objectives for sessions 5 and 6, which covers knowledge, skills and tools. These are developing strategies to work through and around obstacles. This is about basically learning how to lose weight in the context of real life, because there is never a right time to lose weight. And if we keep putting it off until there is, then we're never going to get anywhere. So this is really about helping you to develop new skills and knowledge and tools to put things into practice and keep going. And rather than hitting roadblocks, you can find ways around them. And then in sessions, sessions 7 and 8, not 5 and 6. I'll have to amend this. This is basically where we're going to bring everything together. But before we do that, week 4 is actually a week with no sessions, which means that you'll be having the opportunity to catch up on everything you've done in the first 3 weeks before we then go forward into the final week, where we bring everything together. So this is where we look at, we perhaps recap on some of the things that we've done before, and then we'll understand all the different pros and cons of different weight loss approaches, and then it'll be about putting your plan into place, and then obviously at the end of the program you'll go off and do it. So that is it really. So if you have any questions, do let me know, pop them in the group, and I will see you on Tuesday. Take care. Bye.